Hello, welcome, and a good evening to you from Fayetteville, New York. We are live on the Multi-GP YouTube channel and the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel from the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships inside the Craftsman Inn and Suites. And we're about set to commence the party with our elite class of our 62 pilots who made the trip here to Fayetteville, New York. We are down to the top 16, the elite 16, the, dare I say, robots. We've done a practice pack with our first heat, first group, and they are set to fly in chairs. You haven't missed a thing. We are stoked to have you with us. Chat is blowing up right now. And you see Seeker there going down the line with our first group of pilots. Infernalistic, the number 14 seed, making the trip down from Canada. We also have FPV Gaps from Ohio. We have Pork Chop from Ontario, Canada, the number 6 seed, and our reigning champion from just outside of Detroit, Washed Analog Boy, a.k.a. Neon, on the left-hand side of your screen. Third in qualifying here this weekend, and now with a chance to be our second ever two-time top of the podium at the weBLEED Northeast Champions. They're ready to go. Good luck, pilots. We are going green. Arm your quads. Match number 1 going live on the tone in lesson 5. We are off to the races. Good start. Whole shot going to go to Washed Analog Boy. That's Neon in the number 1 spot, but look how tight this group is. Looking at qualifying times earlier, it is a tight field and issues for Washed Analog Boy. That's moving Pork Chop up to the number 1 spot. Now, we met Pork Chop a couple of years ago at the Tiny Whoop 10 of the International Open. He has been rocking it north of the line and doing quite well south of the line as well. Last year, he was top 6 here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships, and right now running second in our field. We're chasing Infernalistic. 5-lap races here with our elite class, so we're just warming up. Infernalistic now leading laps 1 and lap 2. He's working on lap 3, and Neon going from the back of the pack up into second. Pork Chop in third. 3 seconds separating our top 3, and now all 4 pilots are on the 3rd lap. Now 4th for Neon, and so FPV Gaps has caught up. It's Neon Infernalistic 1 and 2 onto lap number 4. 3 down, 2 to go. Pork Chop is 3.4 seconds back from the transfer position, and Neon Washed Analog Boy has found his gear. He is on the gas, going fast, well out in front right now, as about a 3-second lead over our field on the final lap. Now Pork Chop and Infernalistic are in a battle for 1 and 2. Washed Analog Boy just finished it, but Pork Chop and Infernalistic racing to our crash. Well, they crash early on the course. It's still a race to the crash gate to see who's going to pull up second. And right now, advantage to Pork Chop. Pork Chop gets in, and it looks like Pork Chop is going to advance. Judges say it's clean, and so results are official. Washed Analog Boy, our reigning elite champion at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship, is moving up as the winner of match number 1. 6th last year, 6th in qualifying this weekend, is currently moving on up as well. Pork Chop FPV. That is going to give 3rd to Infernalistic, and 4th to FPV Gaps. We will move them up. Washed Analog Boy and Pork Chop, we are going to take you on up to match number 6. No channel changes. FPV Gaps and Infernalistic going to match number 5 in the redemption bracket with no channel changes. No channel changes. And again, results are clean. This event, of course, hosted by weBLEED FPV, your source on the World Wide Web and here in the Northeast for all your micro, racing, and freestyle gear. We fly, we strive, weBLEEDFPV.com. Last night here in the Craftsman Inn and Suites in Fayetteville, New York, we had a pilot banquet with a buffet, and what a buffet it was, with the salmon, with the prime rib, with the chicken, with the Caesar salad, the rolls, and much, much more. It was delectable. Double-dipped Hershey cream cheese pie at the end. How about it now? Our banquet last night brought to us by R&B IT Solutions. Elevate your digital capabilities at rbitsi.com. They're based in Rhode Island. They'll help you cover your network health, network security, email systems, and disaster recovery as well. Yes, sir. We also want to thank our platinum sponsors here, the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships. That is our friends at Emax Tiny Hawk 2 Plus, Tiny Hawk 2 Plus HD. All kinds of hot products available online at emax-usa.com. And there's a sale going on right now. You need some motors, you need some props, you need some frames, you need a full kit. Tiny Hawk Nano Scout, you got it. Emax USA, our platinum sponsor, the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Whoop, whoop. Getting set for heat number 2. We're going to launch them twice. The first time we launch them, it is going to be a practice pack, 2 minutes on the clock. Then they'll go back to back and launch a second time, and time number 2 in the air will be for real. Good luck, pilots. 2 minutes are yours. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. So again, this is practice. You got the number 15 seed Tweech. Last year he was 16th. The number 10 seed Rec. Last year he was on our podium in Elites. You got the number 7 seed WordNet FPV. It is first weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. And your second highest seed this weekend and your top seed in match number 2, Screecher, competing at his first weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Want to know about lap times? We're looking at 13s and 14s, at least from Screecher and WordNet. Screecher 3 13s in a row we just saw in practice here. WordNet 3 14s in a row. Clock just warming up to run. We're giving everyone 2 minutes to do what they want to do. A minute in, minutes still to go. 19, 16, 16 for Tweech, 16, 22, 15 for Rec. I mean, they can practice just one section if they want, but you're looking at elite pilots, so you're going to see them doing full send, full lines right there.
Screecher 20.6. Rec 19.6.
Coming up on 90 seconds in. 30 seconds to go if you want it.
Rec 15 flat. Tweech 26.9.
While we get set for them to get ready, go green. Want to say hello again to Timmy Tron. Want to say hello again to Renegade FPV. He says, what's up, Scully? Not much. What's up with you? Renegade FPV. Pop up the chat. Yes, sir. Right there. Mr. E made it just in time. Heck yeah. We said 6. You knew that was 6:30. We had a pilot briefing at 6. We are kind of on schedule. We're all right. We're not here to judge with peace and love, right? 6:44 p.m. here in Fayetteville, New York, the Eastern Time Zone. I want to say a happy St. Patrick's Day to those in Shenzhen just waking up ahead of 7 a.m. in Shenzhen. Timmy Tron, the team at CMRC, Tier 1 Multi-GP chapter in Canberra, Australia. About 9:45 in the morning down there, top of the morning to you here on a St. Paddy's Day. It's almost St. Paddy's in Ireland. It's about 10:45 on the Emerald Isle right now on a Sunday night. So we'll be crowning our 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion just as they are dinging the bell on March 17 over in Ireland. And we were talking earlier about some crazy weather, and it looked like the apps were just trying to freak us out. It was forecasting 75-mile-an-hour winds, according to EDOC's app, and I mean, it might have been 15-mile-an-hour winds. It is a balmy 60 degrees outside. That's about 15 degrees Celsius. A little bit of rain outside, but we are inside this gorgeous banquet room in the Craftsman Inn and Suites. What does that mean? Nothing to worry about. In fact, even if worser weather came to wear, we're in a pretty safe place to be here in Fayetteville, New York. Match number 2, getting set to fly for real. We got some new faces, and we got some returning champs here in match number 2. Good luck, pilots. 5-lap race. Remember, finish in the crash gates. Good luck. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Wreck, first one off the line. Word to FPV, going to get the whole shot, though. He kind of went full stick, full send. And issues for Wreck, issues for Tweech. Wordna is going to be your leader. It's going to be Wordna followed by Screech right now, 1 and 2. Tweech starting to catch up, Wreck as well. And these ones are going to be tough to follow. There's Word now on to lap number 2. 5-lap races, lots to go. Wreck is in third, 1.8 seconds behind Word to FPV and Screecher. There's Tweech has caught up, made a little recovery from the error in lap number 1. And he is only about 6 seconds back from the transfer position. Top 2 moving on in the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 in the consolation bracket. 2 down, 3 to go for Wordna and Screecher. They're separated by 1.6. Wreck is now 1.6 seconds out of the top 2. So he is keeping him within reach. And how about the recovery again for Tweech? He is now under that 4 seconds away from the transfer position. Wordna and Screecher on top of each other by 0.7 of a second. Still 1 and 2. Now Wreck about 2.5 seconds back from the top 2 transfer position. They work on lap 4, which means they got to do about a lap and a half more. Everyone working on lap number 4 as we continue watching Wordna and Screecher. There's Screecher now getting ahead of Wordna onto the final lap. Wordna is now trying to get something started and to finish off strong as well. Here on the final lap, into the crash gate we go. Wordna and Screecher missing the start-finish gate. And looks like it is going to be, I think it was Wordna, then Screecher, 1 and 2. Wordna, then Screecher. And from the spectating area, I heard one more Wordna. That's what we saw on the scoring screen, which means we missed 1 lap for Wordna. Might be a little low. Looks like we missed lap 4 for Wordna. And so, crossing that timing gate, Wordna did it in 1:18. Screecher was second by 0.4 of a second. Third going to go to Wreck. Fourth to Tweech. And so we get set. I'm not hearing anything from our on-site officials to move them up. Wordna and Screecher moving up in our winner's bracket. Got a channel change for Screecher going to race band 8. And it looked like no channel changes for Wreck and Tweech. I may have hit that button just a little prematurely. Yeah, Tweech, I got a channel change. Tweech, when you come back with Wreck in match number 5, Tweech going to go to race band 6. Wreck, you're fine on race band 1 when you come back with Tweech in match number 5. And channel change for Screecher, you're going to race band 8 when you come back with Wordna FPV in match number 6 in the winner's bracket. And, of course, you can follow along the heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/WB6. WB6. Match 3, practice pack, followed by their competition round as well, with Proximo, AK, Custom FPV, and FPV Cam getting set for their practice pack. We also want to thank our friends at Beta FPV coming on board here in 2025 as a diamond sponsor. Have you checked out their Pavo 20 Pro brushless whoop cinematic drone? We also got the Meteor 75 Pro 04 brushless whoop quadcopter. Bind and fly, ready to fly. The craft or the parts as well. One of the leaders of the game in the micro, racing, freestyle, and cinematic space. In fact, if you have the nerve to make your GoPro naked, once you make your GoPro naked, the next natural move, put it on a Beta FPV craft to get that awesome footy. All those viral videos. Remember the bowling alley, etc.? Beta FPV was there. BetaFPV.com. 2 minutes on the clock. It's practice. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Lesson 5. Yes, sir. A great day for a drone race. It's always a great day for a drone race. Super stoked to have everyone watching on 2 YouTube channels at the exact same time. So we are syndicated right now.
Proximo 13.7.
Went to college for
FPV
broadcasting, wanted to be the next
15-1.
Howard Stern. Be like,
Custom
wow,
FPV
let's be
15-8.
syndicated. Well, today we are on the Multi-GP YouTube channel and the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel. Say hello to Props Off again, Brent
Proximo
Moore, Rex
16-2.
Mom, Equity, Just
Custom
Mo,
FPV
Thumpa,
14-5.
Nick
FPV
RO19,
_cam 15-7.
along with Screecher's Mom, Optimized Drone,
Proximo 13 flat.
For some reason, it's going right-click. Why are you right-clicking
FPV
right now?
_
There we
cam
go.
22.2.
Kiz is back with us
Custom
as well.
FPV 23.1.
Mr. E, Timmy Tron, of course.
Proximo 20.6.
My name is Jeff FPV, cheering on Rec here tonight. Renegade FPV, Stephanie Knight. Versace,
FPV
FTW,
_ cam 21
TTV.
flat. Proximo 13.7. Custom FPV 24 flat.
Gerard, took me a little bit to figure out that one. G3R4RD, Gerard. A good evening to you. Geek Bench FPV,
Custom
Zoop,
FPV 14.6.
K-Bar,
FPV
Robert
_
Mueller.
cam 20.1.
and all the gang is with us. Thanks for being a part of tonight's Elite Class Championship of the 2025 weBLEED NorthEast Whoop Championship. Want to talk about hot laps? Proximo is your high seed here in match number 3. He had a pair or 3 13s, so the 5 laps recorded and the 2 minutes allotted. Your third highest seed, Custom FPV, he had a couple 14s. AK had a 13, only did 1 lap, that's all it took. FPV Cam looking at 15s, 20s. That was the warm-up for match number 3 as we get set to go green for real. Back-to-back, just like we did qualifying. It was kind of a fun qualifying effort, just like we did last year. They're in 4 groups. Our 62 pilots in attendance, split in 4, Group A, B, C, D. They got 1 practice and 7 qualifiers. The first time they went up, they did their practice, then swapped batteries, did their first qualifier. Then we went through the order, 4 groups, 4 heats of the group. Then back up, qualifier 2 and 3, back to back. Take a little break, qualifier 3 and 4, 5 and 6. All the way through to the end. 7 qualifiers to seed our field. And so here we did a practice. And now it's brackets for match number 3. The number 13 seed here this weekend, FPV Cam. And the number 12 seed this weekend, a former Tiny Whoop International Open champion, Custom FPV. Custom and Cam from the Buckeye State of Ohio, along with Proximo, your high seed in this one also, of Monroe, Ohio. And AK, Chandler, Arizona. 4 pilots getting set to fly. Let's go green contenders. Pilots, arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. There's a go tone. And it looks like we got all 4 through the whole shot gate and some issues afterwards for Custom FPV and FPV Cam. And so now we're watching Proximo leading AK. They're your top 2. And we're going to be watching a little closer here, Custom FPV and FPV Cam, see if they can catch up. Because the top 2 advance in the winner's bracket, bottom 2 in the redemption bracket. And right now, the bottom 2 are 5 seconds away from the top 2, as AK now working his way onto lap number 3, just behind Proximo. Proximo has pushed himself up. On lap 2, made the pass by AK, so it's Proximo, then AK, with a 5-second lead. I think they're stretching it a bit more. Proximo now onto lap 4, 2 to go. AK onto lap 4, 2.5 seconds back behind our leader in second, with a 5.5-second lead. So they are holding third and fourth to it. Proximo and AK in fine form. White flag flying for Proximo. 1 to go. AK, 1 to go. 2 to go for FPV Cam as he gets onto lap 4. Let's bring Custom onto that lead lap, final lap. He's about 6.9 seconds back. You never know what happens. One thing we do know for sure, Proximo is staying in the winner's bracket. Big win. 5 laps in just over 69 seconds. AK finishes up second, 4.6 seconds back in the number 2 spot. That is how they're seated Third going to go to Custom FPV. Fourth to FPV Cam. And results are official on that. All 4 pilots finishing their 5 laps. And we get set to bump them on up. We will take Proximo and AK to match number 8, no channel changes. Custom FPV and FPV Cam to match number 7, no channel changes for anybody, no channel changes. That was match number 3. So again, you can follow along those heat sheets, multigp.live/WB6 to see your next heat assignment, next channel assignment as well. Props off. Stoked to see Proximo with that big win. Practice session coming up here. One new guy, 3 returning pilots. Let's talk about the 3 returning. This will be a practice for them first. One of the 3 returning is going to be Fresh Bread. A year ago, finished 11th in Pro. Didn't podium Pro. Here he is, top 16 in Elite. In Elite. He has moved up. Also returning from Canada, E-Doc. A year ago, finished 9th. This weekend, qualifying 9th. He is in our championship top 16 again. Top 10 last year. How's he finish up this year? Also returning. 8th in qualifying this weekend. 4th on our podium last year, Pino. In this match number 4. This is a practice one. And who is the new guy? It's T-Doge, a.k.a. T-Doc, our top qualifier. This is a practice pack, 2 minutes to do what they want to do. We're talking practice. Let's go green on practice. 2 minutes are yours. Pilots, Army Quads, live on the tone, less than 5. Oh, man, that tone went on the beat to the moves like Jagger. Little Maroon 5 on the 1s and 2s. DJ Borgslayer here in-house. All the jams for the fans watching the 2025 weBLEED NorthEast Whoop Championship. Again, this is practice, so we're just going to kind of let them have some fun.
E-Doc 15.7.
E-Doc of 15.7, why not?
T-Dog 20.3.
Hey, thanks to our friends at Happy Model, one of our gold sponsors. They got the new
24.7.
Mobula Freestyle 7 HD. It's got the DJI
14.7.
Air unit on it. Also the 5-in-1
12.6.
AIO flight controller.
16.7.
ELRS on board. Also with that 5-in-1 board, it also has an HD0 VTX on it.
Fresh
Happy
Bread
Model knows what's
17.5.
going on.
E-Doc 14.
Check out their grade line.
T-Dog
Some of those new
12.3.
arrivals as well at
Pino 14.7.
happymodel.cn. New partner here in 2025 are friends at Fractal Engineering, fractalengineering.net.
E-Doc
They have their own
14.7.
race kit, the Fractal 75 kit,
Pino
and
14.4.
BNF. They also
Fresh
venture
Bread
beyond the frame. They
21.1.
also have their new motors, their own motors, the new Fractal Scout
E-Doc
motors.
12 flat.
And they also have a small, ultra small, high power voltage booster known
E-Doc
as the
15 flat.
Fractal 5-volt Boosty Baby. All available at fractalengineering.net. We also want to thank our friends at Radio Master. 90 seconds in, 30 seconds still to go. Radio Master
Pino
is now pretty much the
28.2.
most renowned radio in racing, freestyle as well. My family is a Radio Master boxer family. Thanks to Radio Master for their continued support of drone racing, all sizes, all scales, worldwide. We also welcome back our friends at GemFan. We're all fans of GemFan, but did you know that GemFan is more than just props? They're also brushless motors, race gates, flags, accessories, and more. Of course, renowned for being one of the best props in the game. For racing, lightweight, lots of grip and rip. And, of course, with freestyle, resilient ones, you can just bend back after bouncing it off a bando. We also want to thank our friends at hootfpv.com. If you are a whoop racer, make sure you check out hootfpv.com. They have a bunch of different storage cases by way of the Hoot Mini, and the Big Hoot. It's all at hootfpv.com. Check it out and patronize and give some love to those that support us here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We also want to thank ViFly. They're one of the names that leads the game in charging. They got a 4-port 2S balance charger with storage mode. Full display there. That's the full display to control your charging cycles. They got strobes for your aerial drones as well. Lots of love as well to T-Hobby, a.k.a. T-Motor. And, of course, our title sponsor and our hosts, weBLEEDFPV.com, your online superstore for all things micro racing and freestyle. We fly, we strive, we bleed, FPV.com. Match number 4 going real this time. Good luck, pilots. Top 2 going to the winner's bracket. Bottom 2, the redemption brackets. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Good start off the blocks, and it looks like a good start through our whole shot as well. And your top qualifier leading the game, that's T-Dog, but look who's right behind him. That is Pino. Then you got E-Dog and Fresh Bread rounding out the 4, vying for those 2 positions. T-Dog and E-Dog, 1 and 2. Pino and Fresh Bread, 3 and 4. But looking at our field here, T-Dog is pulling away with it. He's about 4 seconds to the good and less than 2 seconds separating everyone else for second place transfer position. Still held by E-Dog after 2, but Pino's only about 1/10 of a second behind him. T-Dog, or top qualifier, still continuing to pull away as he goes on to lap 4, 2 to go for him. Now, oh no, I'm hearing lots of no's. T-Dog goes down. It looked like issues for Pino, maybe a couple issues for E-Dog, and so we pick things up. T-Dog and E-Dog are on their second last lap. Fresh Bread just crossed onto that second last lap as well, and now white flag flying for T-Dog. He has about a 3.5 second lead. E-Dog still in second. He gets onto the final lap, and he's got a little bit of breathing room as well. Fresh Bread running third, 8 seconds behind E-Dog, and we are in the crash gate with your top qualifier, T-Dog. He gets his first win of the night in Elites. And I know they're going crazy north of that little line that some guy drew so many decades ago. Canada is excited right now for E-Dog finishing up second, 5 seconds behind T-Dog, but it doesn't matter first or second what you need to do. Fresh Bread gets his 5 laps in. That is going to give him third, and it looks like we lost Pino on a lap there. We lost Pino on lap number 5. We're going to give him fourth. And so let's move them on up. T-Dog and E-Doc, you are moving up in the winner's bracket. T-Dog going to go to race band 2 when you come back with E-Doc in match number 8. And into the redemption bracket, we take Fresh Bread and Pino. Pino with the channel change, going to go to race band 1 when you come back with Fresh Bread in match number 7. So a couple channel changes there, not the worst. And of course, you can follow those heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/WB6. Coming up, match number 5. There's a look at your leaderboard, though, before we do it. T-Dog, your TQ top qualifier, 35.2 on his fastest 3 laps consecutive. That is about 1.3 seconds faster than the field. That's 0.4 of a second per lap on his fast 3. That is not much, especially what you just saw. And when we get into a pressure position, not racing against that clock, that is when those 0.4 of a second can go out the window in a big way. But as we look at that, look at Screecher, Washed Analog Boy, and Proximo. Second, third, and fourth in qualifying. We're talking 1/10 of a second divided by 3 laps. That's 0.033. 0.033 per lap on their fastest 3 between second, third, and fourth. 11 seconds on the fastest 3 divided between first and 16th. So you're about, what's that, 1.75? 1.75, would that be? So a minute and 3/4, or sorry, a second and 3/4 per lap. So less than 2 seconds a lap separating. That's wild. Well, it's now time to go into our first redemption bracket. Match number 5. Third and fourth in this next matchup will finish up in that 13 to 16 range when it's all said and done. Top 2, of course, staying alive. Infernalistic, FPV Gaps, Wreck, and Tweech. Getting sent to fly. Good luck, pilots. Gonna hit the button here in a second. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races we go, and of course, lots of rules to worry about. We'll talk here in between heats, but this one is a clean start. That's all you need to know right now. And we are chasing Wreck. Now, Wreck has been to the show before. Last year, he was our second runner-up, third on our podium. And right now, he is second. Infernalistic has taken the lead here after 1. So it's Infernalistic, Wreck, FPV Gaps, 1, 2, and 3. Now we catch up with Tweech. Going to get onto that lead lap here momentarily. And we're already on lap number 3. There's Tweech on the lap 2. Infernalistic and Wreck on lap number 3, separated by 2.2 seconds. FPV Gaps is about 3.4 seconds back from the position to stay alive, the transfer position, some would call it. Now Wreck pushes himself up to the front, back to the front. Infernalistic and FPV Gaps now are in a battle for second, 2 seconds behind our leader, Wreck. Now, as long as Wreck in the top left flies smooth, he is advancing, and it is going to come down to these two over here. Infernalistic and FPV Gaps now. Tweech is in the game, but he's about 14 seconds back. On the gas, going fast. We're on the final lap with your top 3, and Infernalistic is only a second behind Wreck. FPV Gaps not too far back there, and so, oh no, issues for Infernalistic, who is second. So Wreck will stay alive to defend that podium finish from a year ago. And joining him in match number 9 looks to be FPV Gaps pulling up second. And I'm hearing hold on. I also see Infernalistic in the start finish in the crash gate. So results are unofficial. Looks like we may have lost a lap there. And so looks like we may have to review the end of that one. Results are unofficial. Results are unofficial. I just want to take a look at the end of the race. See what happened with Infernalistic. It was tight. We're talking 1/10 of a second. Yeah, I just said that. I really did. So let's take a little look. The timer missed a lap or he missed a lap? Because I only had him 4 laps. And he's the first one in the crash gate. Yeah. So we're going to go into a review situation here. This is match number 5, of course. Yeah, we've been cooking with grease. Why not do a review now, right? I'm going to hit some buttons so we can use the fancy replay machine. And what are we watching for here, Jace?
So a couple of things here from Infernalistic, Joe. We are looking for a potential lap count, i.e. he made 5 laps, and we are also looking for lap traverse, right? Like, did he actually go through the bottom of the start cube, the start tower properly?
Okay.
So far, so good. That's 1. You guys are getting a good treat here as you get to ride through with Infernalistic once again. Still good. Right there, right there, right there.
We'll
okay.
have to come back to that.
And he skips it. Yeah, I had to see that one. That's it, Joe.
That was it?
Well, let's see if he does the right amount of laps first.
Well, I can... So here's what I know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Well, if he doesn't do the right number of laps, we don't even have to look at that. We don't have to spend the time.
So we've done 3 laps, right?
Believe so.
This says he's on 4.
Okay.
He just went it through again. We're watching Infernalistic here on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be the 5th lap. And so that gives him the win.
Okay, now let's go back to that
we
cube.
have to go back.
Yep.
We have to go back. So the scoring screen didn't match.
Do you have me?
It's on. It's just the monitor's down on that mic. And so the lap count is when he bounces through the start-finish
Correct.
gate. Is it this one? Nope. It's the one before it.
It's the power tower.
No, he bounced through the start-finish gate.
Yes, but I call that the power tower. It's that double cube.
Okay. So this is what we're reviewing here. Does he go through the start-finish gate? And this is why the lap count doesn't match. Is our timer hanging?
Yes. Yes, it is. And give me his land position if you can.
We're watching where he lands.
He is TIE fire rolling right now. Okay, here's the land. And freeze. Okay, that's us. Yeah, he did. There's
went
no
through?
way. There's no way he's sitting on the other side of it looking at you and I, unless he went through.
So that is going to give him the win. Do you
Yes,
wanna,
sir.
Do you want to look back at a real time, maybe?
I always want to see a real time, Joe. And boom, looking at us. Yeah, it's impossible for him to not do it, and he knew it.
Well, he would have bounced off our timer. So a couple of things here. Should we maybe tape up the timer?
It is taped up.
Well, how did he hit the timer?
Because it's hanging about an
It
inch
looks
lower.
like it's hanging down, though, on an angle, is it not?
I'm going to go look at it.
No, it isn't.
It's where it's
flat.
always been, yeah.
Yeah, so no changes needed. But he hits our timer right there.
Yep. The key factor here is in all that TIE fighter spinning that he's doing right now, Joe, when
Yeah.
he finally comes to rest, he is on the other side of the of the portal, and he is looking at you and I across at race ops. You know, that is a clean. There's no way he could have gone on either side. He was coming straight through it.
And so our lap count on our timer doesn't, so it counted that lap, right?
Should have.
It counted that lap,
Yep.
yep. And so why do I have him 4 laps? It didn't get his last lap. Now, he has rolling video, so I wonder if he is hurting video. But I think we want to go to the end of the race. He definitely end of the race. Let's go back a little bit. He's your first one to finish. Oh, you know what? It didn't read his last crossing is what happened there. See, it shows lap 4. And so it should show lap 5 now that he's crossed through it.
Yep.
But see, it never changed. And you see he's got terrible video.
Yep.
So
Yep. It rolled right at the wrong time.
if the ground station can't see him, the timer can't see him. So
Yep.
there's something to check out there.
So the number count was correct. You and I DVR viewed it. We counted it. The
So-
real question was, did he get through that cube?
And we double checked that. And
Yes,
so
he did.
So that is going to change things a little bit here. So that's going to give Infernalistic first. That'll give Rex second.
Yes, sir.
So Infernalistic first, Rec second. That'll be third to Gaps and fourth to Tweech.
I believe it's official, sir.
And now it all lines things up. And so we
Neat
get
little row.
set to move some people around. You can power them up. I might just need a minute. I just need to catch up. Remember when I rushed the last time? So I am bumping Infernalistic. So who am I? I just, dude, don't power him up as yet. Hey, I need your help, dude. I need your help. I'm bumping Infernalistic and Wreck. Yep. Wreck. Yes. And then, so third is Gaps? Yes. Fourth, Tweech. Huh? That's what you just said. Fourth is Tweech? Okay. That's what the lifetime was showing us. Okay. So that's right? All right, perfect. So I am bumping once again Infernalistic and Wreck. You're good, Paul. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for your patience. Infernalistic and Wreck are moving up from match number 5. We're going to take them to match number 9. No channel changes. No channel changes. Getting set for match number 6. Next to work, that is last year's champ, Washed Analog Boy, a.k.a. Neon. That is Pork Chop FPV. Last year was 6th when it was all said and done. Wordna FPV and Screecher. Match number 6. Top 2 in this next race advance to our semifinal, the winners bracket. Bottom 2 into our redemption brackets. There's a look at him. Looks like we're about to go green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We're on to the races. Whole shot going to go to Washed Analog Boy, our reigning champion. He is your early leader. Wordna was running second. We're now sliding Screecher up into second. Pork Chop in third. 0.8 of a second separating Washed Analog Boy and Screecher. Wordna FPV up into third right now. He's about 6.7 seconds back from our transfer position as we try and continue to catch up here with Pork Chop FPV. He's on lap number 2. With Washed Analog Boy and Screecher working on lap number 3, still separated by about 1.6 seconds. Wordna FPV 7 seconds back from the transfer position to the semifinal, the winners bracket. Bottom 2, third and fourth in this match, going to go into our redemption bracket. Chasing our reigning champ. And now it is a little bit of a tighter race there. We have a battle for second. We'll talk about that in a sec. White flag flying for Washed Analog Boy. He's on lap number 5 as Screecher and Wordna are on top of each other for that second and third position. They're separated by 1.9 seconds. Washed Analog Boy is going to get the win on this one. Now it comes down to second. He got issues for everyone almost on the ground at the exact same time. Screecher has got the advantage. He's going over the uprights. He's going through the checkered and to the crash gate. Screecher advancing to the semifinal of the winners bracket. Third going to go to Wordna FPV, limping across the line, 6.9 seconds back from second and was in second at one point. And Pork Chop going to pull up fourth. Yeah, we missed your last lap. Oh, I see. It missed his first lap. It gave him a whole shot at 19. Yeah. So, guys, if it's missing your laps, if you can just double check your antennas, oh, boy. That one's going to have to come down to a review. Results are unofficial on that one because it missed Pork Chop's first lap, and so if you just bonus him the lap with the scoring data, that means that may actually change our finish. Pork Chop's like, hey, man, don't forget about me. So I'm just going to re-look at the end. By the way, guys, it's the exact same timer, timing system, room, gate, And we've used all event long, and we are missing a lot. We are missing a lot of laps all of a sudden. Like, I could increase the sensitivity. I'm not totally opposed to it, but we have run thousands of quads through the timing gate. I know it's been a big move to strip down those VTXs for weight.
Absolutely.
But we're now seeing more missed laps, and it's only 1 or 2. It's not the lap RF. This is a brand new one.
Pilot's trying to call out the lap RF. Trust me, guys. Our gear is dialed, boys.
We've been using it, and you know what? Some of you are saying it missed my lap for the first time all event. So whatever you did, you stripped some weight, you kind of removed some of your VTX or something. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. We're in quite a holding pattern here. 1 second. We're just taking a quick look.
I will increase the sensitivity because I love doing DVR reviews.
As much as I loved, yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't love a good DVR review?
I think Pork Chop, because it missed his first lap, I think when I do that correction, Washed Analog Boy will get the win.
Pork Chop.
And Pork Chop does pull up second.
Yeah, exactly. Pork Chop too.
All right. Paul, if you can give me 90 seconds, I'm going to make an adjustment to a bunch of things.
All right, so we're going official, Joe? Are we official?
Yeah, we're now re-officialing.
Re-officializing?
Yeah, so we're going to make Pork Chop second.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call world-class maximum effort to make sure we put you where you belong.
Yeah. It's not the lap RF, okay? It's
too good for your home?
Come on. It's a lap RF. We're not going to use the, let me get out a full screen, I think. I know there's other hardware, and they all serve a purpose. There's a reason why the lap RF performs as it does. So I'm going to finish the race. I'm bumping Pork Chop and Washed Analog Boy up. And so I only have one channel change for the 4 pilots. Washed Analog Boy and Pork Chop moving to match 11. Semifinal, the winner's bracket, no channel changes. Screecher with a channel change going to race band 6 when you come back in match number 9 with WordNet FPV. Screecher, the only channel change, moving to race band 6. Of course, you can follow those heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/WB6. So I am now, what channel was Pork Chop on? He wasn't on race band 1, right? All right. I have now increased the sensitivity slightly for everybody. All right.
Become more sensitive, Joe. In today's day and age.
Like, we ran so many qualifying rounds. We've run hobbyist, sport, pro. Now we're in elite. Now we're starting to miss laps, and nothing has changed.
Do you think they're just gaslighting us with a millimeter shorter antenna?
I think that's what they're doing, honestly. Because, like, it is a fine line where I have to set the sensitivity because there's reflections off the wall, etc. It's very difficult, but it's worked up to this point. We're just going to make it better. That's what we do. That's what we're here to do.
Listen, our
match number 7.
Our tech team's job is not easy, Joe.
Custom FPV, FPV Cam, Fresh Bread, and Pinot next to work. Top 2 advancing to match 10 in the redemption bracket. 3rd and 4th going to finish in that 13 to 16 range here at the elite class of the weBLEED NorthEast Whoop Championship. Good luck, pilots. Army Quads live on the tone in less than 5. Good launch. And we are underway. Now, some of those timing issues earlier, too, was everyone crashing near the start-finish gate. So that's where we had some dialing in to try and make it a little more accurate here with the elite class. Not seeing that issue. FPV Cam, Pinot, Custom FPV, and Fresh Bread now 1 lap down. 4 to go. Our entire field separated by 2.9 seconds. And FPV Cam was leading, and he is now recovering. That is moving Pinot up into the number 1 spot. There's Custom FPV right on top of him. Battle for 1 and 2. And it really comes down to those two positions, right? Third is going to be eliminated, and that right now could be Fresh Bread. He's 8.3 seconds back, and FPV Cam playing catch-up as well. He is way back. There's Pino. He's now pushed himself a little bit further ahead of Custom FPV. Custom FPV now with 2 to go. He is 3.2 seconds off of our leader. There's Fresh Bread running third for that transfer position. 6 seconds behind Custom FPV, 4 second for the transfer position. 1 to go for Pino, 1 to go for Custom FPV. They're separated by 3, and now we're watching Fresh Bread. Fresh Bread getting on to that final lap right there, and now we need to make up 7.3 seconds. Fresh Bread has gained about a second a lap, but will it be enough? Pino is across the line, and Custom FPV across the line, and they are your 2 to stay alive here in match number 7. Fresh Bread going to pull up third. That is 7.4 seconds back. And so going to finish up in the 13-14 range of our elite class. And fourth in the match going to go to FPV Cam. That puts him in the 15 to 16 range here in our elite class of the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. That was match 7. That was a redemption bracket. Results are official, according to our in-house judging team. No channel changes for Pino and Custom FPV. They're back in match number 10. Again, no channel changes. Match 8, the winner's bracket, is where we venture to next. What a great time it has been at this 2025 edition. The weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We are at match number 8. You're on race band 2, or did you?
Did he request something else or something? No, don't even. It's fine. It's distracting.
We have a channel change underway. T-Dog to race band 2.
That's it.
First and second advancing to the semifinal, the winner's bracket down to the top 8 versus Washed Analog Boy and Pork Chop FPV. Third and fourth going into our redemption bracket. This is match number 8 of the winner's bracket. Proximo, AK, FPV, T-Dog, and E-Doc. We are going green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Up and at 'em we go. And we have a great start for our entire field. Whole shot going to go to AK, and he is on his way in the lead with E-Dog, Proximo, T-Dog, not too far behind him. T-Dog, remember, is our top qualifier, T-Doge, as it were. And right now running in the number 4 spot. A little bit of a, well, no, look, number 3 spot, I believe. As we missed his whole shot on that after changing the sensitivity. And so we're now looking at big times coming in. E-Dog, T-Dog, Proximo, 1, 2, and 3. 4 seconds separating our top 3. AK within reach as well. 7 seconds separating the entire field. We're working on lap number 3, and now E-Dog has taken the lead, I believe. Proximo, T-Dog. Now let's bring AK onto that lead lap as well. We're all working on lap number 4, chasing Captain Canada E-Doc. He is now on his final lap out front in front of these pilots that bested him last year, but he is the better right now in 2025. Proximo in second, 1.6 seconds back. T-Dog, 1.6 seconds back, and looks like we lost Proximo. That moves T-Dog up into second, and AK back of the pack. E-Doc Oh, Canada. E-Doc is moving to the semifinal of the winners brackets. T-Dog gonna finish up second, 3.4 seconds back from E-Doc. Third gonna go to Proximo. And fourth to AKFPV. Paul, come see me, please. Seeker, come see me. So E-Doc and T-Dog moving to match number 11, semifinal of the winners bracket. E-Doc with a channel change going to race band 8. T-Dog no channel change, still in race band 2. Proximo and AK down to match number 10. Channel change for AK moving to race band 6. When you come back with Proximo and match number 10, that concludes match number 8. And they tell me results are not official on that last one.
No, sir, we got two things. First and foremost, we have a hole shot potential. Secondly, we have a check on Proximo on the beginning of lap 5 as to whether he got to the right side of the pylon above the crash gate.
So that one is fully under review.
I mean, I think obviously the hole shot one's the easiest one, right? If we can get out of it on that, then we can save ourselves a lot of work.
All right.
What place was Proximo on that one, Joe?
Let's just do one thing at a time, okay? All right. Let's pick up the first thing. So in that last one, Proximo was third. So really the question is going to be the hole shot.
Correct.
We're doing a review. Question is a hole shot. There was a comment there on Proximo, but he was third. I know the scoring showed us different, but scoring showed us differently there on T-Dog because it missed one of his laps. I corrected it. That gave T-Dog second. So we were looking for some contact
T-Dog's
here.
through. T-Dog's through.
But that's not the hole shot gate.
I know.
Okay.
Just
Well, as long as you know what you're looking for.
I know exactly what I'm looking for.
I don't know what I'm looking for. Hole shot gate is up here at the top of the triple. AK is through the official hole shot gate. T-Dog is through the hole shot gate.
Here comes E-Doc.
E-Doc is through the official hole shot gate.
Proximo's through.
And Proximo's through the hole shot gate.
I see 0 hole shots. And Proximo finished third. I think we're official, dude.
You want to watch it in real time?
Let's do it.
I don't know what they're... I think Proximo had an issue there. Had to yaw spin, but it is contact resulting in a crash, or as you say, 2 contact points.
Yes, sir. And I saw no second
one on the
contact.
ground.
Yeah.
So,
or hitting another gate. So that's official as far as I'm concerned.
Unless I'm watching a race somewhere else.
I don't think we are, Joe.
All right, so we are good, Paul, for match number 9. We appreciate your patience.
Judges. Appreciate you, judges.
Yeah. And for whoever was talking about the lap RF, we're even confirming it on an RF Explorer. Simmer down. Let's see. So a couple quick things. If you can bring up the replay one more time, Dougie, my apologies. We have a couple of rules. We have a hole shot rule. Let's talk about this hole shot rule. I'm just going to play this in slow time. Pick a pilot. Who is the first one through the hole shot? I think it was AK, right? So we launch the hole shot rule. Contact resulting in a crash before the hole shot gate. Watching AK, top left-hand side. The hole shot gate is the top of the triple, okay? So we go bottom of the cube, over the turning pole on the top side of the crash gate, through the top of the cube, and then we stitch back through that gate right there. Again, watching AK. that is the hole shot gate. Contact resulting in a crash or 2 points of contact before that gate that we're looking at right there on AK and EDOC. Well, no, EDOC is at the cube. But that is the hole shot gate. That's one of our rules that we are watching here for. We also have false start rule. False starts, 1 per heat. If we get a hole shot or a false start, we will only rerun a race once. We have an EDOC rule in play. That is if you don't take off on the line when it's your turn to fly. Like we say go and your quad doesn't take off, you can call an EDOC. What does that mean? It means we'll rerun the race. Every pilot gets one of those throughout the entire bracket. One big mulligan, the EDOC rule. And so those are a few things that we were talking about there behind the scenes. And now we are at match number 9, getting set to go green with this thing. Top 2 staying alive, going to match number 12. 3rd and 4th finishing in that 9 through 12 range of elite class at the weBLEED NorthEast Whip Championship. Good luck, pilots. We're going green. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. So we hold our breath right there as we get through the top of the triple. And so this one is good. And issues for WordNet FPV. Looks like a couple issues for Screecher there. And so I think that moves Rec up into the 1. There's Rec onto lap number 2. Remember, 5-lap races. So this one's just started. We're looking for 2 positions. Screecher, WordNet, Infernalistic. A 3-way battle right now for 2nd. And that's separated by less than a second. On to lap 3 we go. 2 down, 3 to go for Rec. Let's bring Screecher across. Let's bring WordNet catching up to the field and Infernalistic. Now we're talking about breathing room, I believe. Holy. There's Infernalistic and WordNet. They are on lap 3 as Rec and Screecher are on lap number 4. So 1st and 2nd have this on lock. In fact, it's now a battle for the win. Who's going to get to that crash gate first? Will it be Rec? Will it be Screecher? They have 1 lap to go. Rec was leading. He had to double back. Now it's Screecher up into the lead. There's an 11-second lead. Rec and Screecher over the rest of the field. Did that just open the door for Infernalistic? Infernalistic just flew over the down Rec, and WordNet gets on that lead lap as well. Screecher is on life support, but he is back, baby. He has got a win. He will move to match number 12. And 2nd going to go to Infernalistic, getting into that crash gate next. So journey going to come to an end for WordNet FPV, 3rd in the match. Rec 4th in the match. And so they are in that 9 to 12 range. So 11th or 12th for Rec and 9th or 10th for WordNet FPV. Pending word official? Yes? Results are official on that one. And so let's take them. Let's take Screecher and Infernalistic to match number 12. Still in that redemption bracket, but no channel changes. That's the good news. Match number 10 also in our redemption bracket. 3rd and 4th in that 9 to 12 range. Top 2 staying alive. A little further in our redemption brackets. Well, the countdown is on, buddy. Yes, sir. Just talked to my buddy Dougie. We are now down to 5 days, 12 hours, 20 minutes to the start of the 9th edition of Mayhem, the only team endurance race of its kind in the world. We start at dawn. That is, I believe, 7 a.m. Central. That is 5 days, 12 hours, 19 minutes from now. We start. We go green. And we race nonstop until dusk at about 8 o'clock, if memory serves me right. Oh, 7 o'clock is 12 hours. About just after 7 o'clock, the checkered will fly. 8 teams of up to 10 pilots. 1 pilot flies. Once they're done their laps, they come in and land. Their next teammate takes off for 12 hours. The only time we stop is if they call a break or a caution, where we'll give them 5 minutes to retrieve drones and restage. And we go green. Non-stop team endurance racing. Coming up here on the Multi-GP YouTube channel. 5 days, 12 hours, 18 minutes from now. We're in Dallas, Texas. Mayhem number 9. One of the marquee events of Multi-GPX, celebrating our 10th anniversary of drone racing across the globe. With the world's largest drone racing league and organization, we're stoked to be a part of this 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. This is an interesting lineup right here. Custom FPV and Proximo competing at their first Northeast Whoop Championship. Then you have Pino, who was 4th last year. AK, who was our reserve champion. They find themselves here in the redemption bracket. The chance to advance to that Final Four, maybe win this thing, but the journey is a little harder, a little more pressure. Let's see what happens. Will they answer the call? We're about to go green. Match number 10. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. That was a great start right there. They're almost 4 wide through our timer gate. Less than 4/10 of a second. Looks like issues here on the opening lap for Proximo. We're chasing AK. AK, your leader here after 1. Pino up into 2nd. He's about a 1.5 seconds behind AK as they gap the field by 4. Proximo and Custom FPV in 3rd and 4th. Onto that lead lap as well. They got to find 4 seconds if they're going to catch Pino or AK for a chance to stay alive. AK on his way onto lap number 3. Pino 2 seconds behind him. Proximo has made up a bunch of seconds. I want to say about 6 seconds. He's 2 seconds back from the transfer position. Custom FPV is now 5 seconds back from the transfer position. That is a gain. 2 to go for AK. Pino and Proximo on top of each other. It's a battle for that transfer position, and we're about to add Custom FPV into the mix as he gets onto lap number 4. As we have a white flag flying. 1 more to go to AK. Let's watch that battle for second. Pino and Proximo. Proximo just pulled ahead of Pino. This is to stay in the competition. Proximo versus Pino for the transfer position. They're 3 seconds back behind AK, but that doesn't matter. We got to punch a ticket, and here comes Proximo to the gate, and Pino missed the gate, but he was going to finish 3rd right behind Proximo, pulling up 2nd to move to match number 12. And the win by 1.8 seconds, AK advancing further in our redemption bracket. Pino pulling up 3rd. Custom FPV pulling up 4th. When it's all said and done, awaiting words from our officials. And so I'm going to take a look at a little bit of data right here, because now we've taken our field down from 62 top 12. We're down to the final 8, but now we know positions 9 through 12. And so 12th overall is going to be Custom FPV. 11th overall is going to be Rec. Tenth overall is going to be Pino. 9th overall going to be Wordna FPV. As we take a look at the order of elimination, they're in the same stage, and then the tiebreaker, or the next factor, being their qualifying order. And so top 12 finish for those 4 pilots from matches 9 and 10. As we set the stage now for the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Little homework for me to do, though. Let's take AK and Proximo up to match number 12. Channel changes coming in. AK to race band 1, Proximo race band 2. Once again, AK race band 1, Proximo race band 2. When you guys come back in match number 12, that's a break of 1. Of course, you can follow those heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/WB2. WB6, rather. WB6. Spin a day. What a look that is right there. Semi-final of the winners bracket of the elite class of the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. E-Doc is in this one. 9th last year, 9th in qualifying this week, but coming in now into our top 8, winning his last winner's bracket race. 6th in qualifying, a fellow Canuck, Pork Chop FPV, coming in after being 2nd in his last bracket race. Washed Analog Boy, 3rd in qualifying this weekend, and our reigning weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion in the elite class. And finally, our top qualifier, T-Dog. Semifinal of the winner's bracket. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Up and at him we go. Looked like some issues there for Washed Analog Boy. He is already recovering, so a big mistake. It only puts him about 4 seconds back. And we got 4 pilots here underway. T-Dog, then Pork Chop, then Washed Analog Boy. Your running order right now. E-Doc in the mix. So it's T-Dog, Pork Chop, E-Doc. Washed Analog Boy. Now we lost a lot of people saying a lot of things that aren't right. Pork Chop. Oh, boy. I got to wear noise-canceling headphones. Someone's like, no, that's not right. They crashed out. I'm like, what? That's not what I'm looking at. E-Doc out front. He came to win in 2025. Is he going to the Final Four? You got to tell me when Pork Chop finishes, because he's not reading again. And that's after increasing. Who's done? Pork Chop done? What about T-Dog? So we think Pork Chop won it? And that one is unofficial. That is unofficial. Whoa, don't even start typing, Doug. No. No. That one is under review. Here's some issues there. We are going to play that one back. Missing laps on Pork Chop and T-Dog again. I think E-Dog got the win, but now it's a question about everyone else. And so this video I'm looking at right here is garbage. And I know we don't time VTXs, we time drones. But if your drone is not outputting enough for the timer and it's not outputting enough for the DVR, I mean, how do we even make your call? But we're going to see what happens here. This rolling video.
And what are we trying to call?
The finish. Because Pork Chop and T-Dog are in contention for at least 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them have critically low VTX power on the RF Explorer as well. And so now we're just looking for a crash gate. And his video's so bad our DVR can't even see it. So we're just going to guess.
He's back.
Here.
I know where he is now. He's back. Yep.
And no, I don't want to look at your goggles. Here's why I don't want to look at your goggles. It's got to be synced with everyone else. We're doing a replay here, Doug. So the one we were going to watch, yeah, we missed laps again on you, dude. And I increased the sensitivity the last time. But so now we're just confirming the order. And I'm going to watch in real time here.
Oh, my goodness, Joe.
This is a mess. I've seen some stuff. Is this hobbyist? There's only one thing that we know is E-Dog finished clean. We got clean laps for him.
I feel like hobbyist class was better at actually having clean video than elite.
So maybe right now. But here's the thing. Looks like T-Dog may have got this win.
I agree.
And then Pork Chop may have gotten 2nd. But the question is, I got to bring it back to when I see T-Dog. Okay.
All right, there's T-Dog.
All right. So, T-Dog first.
I can't tell if Did he get into the crash gate, or was he going around the flag again?
Did
there?
you pick up your quad from the crash gate? Did you get your quad from in the crash gate? Do you see this screen right here?
Yeah.
This is your saving grace right now, right? And so I have to tell that you went in the crash gate, and your video is so gnarly that...
Yeah.
Do you understand? Do you understand where the crash gate is in relation to our ground station? Do you understand where the crash... That's how bad it is, okay? Now, I believe you went in the crash gate.
I do too. Well, when he came back on, he flickered back on. He was in it.
But here's the other thing. Could you imagine if someone was onboarding you? Like, how do I even know that you went through the start-finish gate here, right? I know, but I can't officiate you. And the same thing. So we know T-Dog, and I think we're gonna go tie to the runner. I think he's good there. Let's just pencil that in. I think T-Dog got the win.
Yep.
Now Pork Chop, I think it only saw you 3 times. Yeah, you had perfect video. More power, more problems.
Yep.
But I've increased the sensitivity.
Mo power,
Your video
mo
is
problems.
good, but the timer doesn't see you. So I've had to I don't think there's anything you can change. Maybe I just increase the timer sensitivity to get this done. But now we just need to confirm that he goes in the crash gate.
All right, here's Porky. I see him. I know where he is.
You know where he is?
Yep.
I should give you the controller because I'm just like...
And Pork Chop's in.
Pork Chop's in.
Yep. Yep. I agree. No, I think we got a 1-2 dog chop.
And unfortunately, we know that E-Dog's clean, but
they're in. Yeah, and he's coming in third. Oh, wait, no. Fourth. Wow.
Third going to go to Analog Boy. Fourth to E-Dog.
Yes, sir.
So let's just punch that in one more time.
Timing system be damned.
T-Dog 1.
Pork Chop 2.
Pork Chop 2.
And Washed Analog Boy.
Washed Analog Boy 3. Huh? It looked...
Yeah, but when your video came back on, you were in the crash gate.
That's the end of the race. T-Dog, you're good. Maybe just look and see if there's anything you can do with your antenna. I'm going to increase the sensitivity. Paul, can you come over here, Paul? Paul and Pork Chop. So we are, again, we have those results in. So there was no eliminations in that last one. And so we are moving T-Dog and Pork Chop into our final 4 of Elite Class. And we will see EDOC and Washed Analog Boy in just a little bit. And on the camera, we are now trying to see if we can increase VTX, even though the VTX is going to say it's outputting more than 25 milliwatt. That's what we want on everyone on a balanced 25 milliwatt. We are having them crank it up and seeing if it's going to move the needle. Because what we learned on the DVR review and the timer, they're missing laps, and you saw their video, especially in the T-Dog situation. He said, yeah, my video is terrible. I was looking at that. Is VTX, is video output, not moving the needle on all of our devices. We're talking the RF Explorer. We're talking about the power meter. We're talking about the lap RF. And so someone said, oh, the problem earlier was lap RF. Well, no, we can't see it. And so basically what I was saying, and I had my mic up, you heard it, like I can't give it to you if I can't see you. And it's not our gear. There's nothing. I could increase power on my end, but we're now trying to see what we can do on their end, if they can get their quad performing like a 25 milliwatt deal. Now, they could run, but their output is in the mud. And so
It has to be.
They risk, if we can't guarantee that they went through every gate, not only just the start and finish gate with the lap RF, but go through every gate, watching it on our ground stations,
Yep.
then we can't confirm. Now, right now, we believe they went through all the gates, and we're going to try and tweak it, because those are two pilots we just moved into the Final Four.
Absolutely.
For the Elite.
Absolutely. If you can't see it, you can't judge it, Joe.
It's and I've found a lot of discussion that people are trimming down every component off their board for weight. We're getting an update on the sidelines. Okay. Okay, so pork chop's good. Okay. Do you want me to try up sensitivity? Which I have already done in this group. I'm gonna do it. Well, pork chop was reviewable. Yes. T-Dog was not. I'm telling you, I'm missing laps. So that I'm telling you, it's not good. That means T-Dog's low. Or pork chop's high. No, he wasn't. Or he could be off channel. Okay, so I started at 35, 1200. I'm now at 38, 1200. I'm gonna go to 40. That's a small increase. Oh, I was in the 50s, but I've been happy at 35. Yeah, I know. I was happy there too. But 35 was.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us as we are about to make things official and move on to our next heat here. We're just taking our time, right? This is the Elite Class Finals. This is the best in the world, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to make sure that gear is working in optimum order and our systems are able to read said gear.
Yeah, I've increased the sensitivity over here. We made an adjustment, or we're going to try and make an adjustment on T-Dog's gear. Pork chop passed the test of the power meter, passed the test of the RF Explorer, did not pass the test during racing of the, did not pass the test of the lap RF in his last two heats, but we're going to let him run as is, and I have increased the sensitivity on our timer. Now, we were talking about different hardware, different software for situations, and so there is another software, Rotor Hazard, that works with LiveTime, which we use, works with Trackside as well. And there is a big benefit with the Rotor Hazard. Aside from it's customizable, you build it, it's easy to get. A lot of good perks there on the Rotor Hazard, but it has software that we could have scrubbed back through, and we could have seen those near laps. We could have seen the near laps, and we could have instantly scrolled and said that was an actual lap. And stand by. Results are unofficial here from something.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank God that we have 2 separate ground stations rolling with stream and DVR review, as we had a glitch on the DVR review server. However, we had it clean in the stream, which means we have re-reviewed the unofficial, official, unofficial. Joe, you want to tell us about it?
Well, it's official now.
Is it official now?
I think.
No longer unofficial?
I don't
Official,
know.
official?
And get this, I have updated the Google Sheet and live time.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. That sounds like we just triple stamped that double stamp right there, buddy.
So what we showed you back on that replay is a separate ground station than what was on the live stream and what our judges were watching and everyone watching here in-house. So when I was doing that cool replay and I'm like, see, I can't tell what you're doing here. And so what we saw, well, we're like, yeah, maybe T-Dog got the win.
No,
there,
we
right?
assumed when he went blank, he just went pit mode because he had gone into the thing. And then when he came back on again, he was in the crash gate.
Right. So we had lost a connection. It was a gray screen for us. However, the live stream and what was showing here in-house is a different ground station. And so it was slightly better than the ground station we're watching. And so it still had T-Dog's feed.
Absolutely.
And so we watching the live stream, Pork Chop went in first, then Washed Analog Boy, then E-Doc, and you watch those 3 crash, and then you see Flicker, then you see T-Dog
Absolutely.
fly into the crash gate. And so we have reviewed our review, we've made a correction, and we now believe with full entirety that the finish order of match 11 semifinal, the winner's bracket,
100%.
T-Dog 4th, E-Doc 3rd, Washed Analog Boy 2nd, Pork Chop 1st.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that's the dedication we have to making sure we get people where they need to be. That is a complete triple stamp of that double stamp. But at this point, we've got it correct, and let's roll.
I don't know what Props Off's comment is in the chat. He says, do your diligence. Too many are saying conflicting info. Take your time, make it right. Well, that is what we did. Nick R019 says, trust the stream chat.
We 100% made it right, and that's why it took so long. But we will take as long as it needs, right? This is elite class. This is the best in the world, Joe.
And hopefully that made sense to everyone watching the live stream. What you saw was different than what we reviewed. 2 different ground stations. And so, yes, we appreciate everyone in the chat giving your opinion. Yes, you were right. You were looking at different information than we were, and thank you for bringing it to our attention. We were actually able to play it back from a judge recording the television.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Now we, in scoring control, and those at home, those in the Craftsman Inn and Suites as well, believe that the result is right.
I don't know about you, Joe, but I feel better that we have, right, so many different points of view and so many ways to capture this data and video.
You know what's even crazier? We have 2 sets of Event VRXs running right now.
Absolutely. Listen, we got backup on backup, y'all.
Well, I thought it was like maybe there was a frame recording as soon as we started to nail down what the issue was. I have increased the sensitivity on the timer. They did confirm that we weren't even moving the needle earlier.
I realize they want to make our job difficult, but I just have to say that this is an amazing RF environment, and you know you really shouldn't have any issues. But as you pointed out so eloquently earlier, they are pushing the boundaries of tech and antenna limits as far as weight to power ratios.
Yeah, I don't need a video transmitter.
No,
I don't know what this screw is. I don't know
Absolutely.
what this little cord is hanging off it. That's weight.
Cut it off. Yeah. Yeah, Kuzitron saying what's going to happen is T-Dog's not going to use any antennas going forward.
All right. Match number 12. If you're 3rd or 4th, you are 7th and 8th overall in Elite. 1st or 2nd, you're racing back-to-back. Good luck, pilots. We are about to go green. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. A big night of drone racing underway. Everyone through the critical gates and now on their way. Dancing with Destiny, trying to make it to our final 4 of our elite class. We are just 2 stops away. And who's going to get on that connecting flight? We will see. AK, your leader here after one. Screecher right with them. Then we drop a second back to Infernalistic and Proximo. 1.8 seconds separating all four pilots. Now we're looking at some crashes. Infernalistic down, Proximo down. They're back up. And we continue to chase AK and Screecher. They're your top two, separated by half a second. 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, that being Proximo and Infernalistic. Everyone working on lap number 3 as we put AK and Screecher onto lap number 4. That is a good one to watch right there. A battle for the lead. Go on board with Screecher. He's in second. Chasing down AK. Those that fly together stay together, and they're trying to go to the semifinal of the redemption bracket. And they're now 10 seconds over the rest of the field as the white flag flies. AK and Screecher 0.3 of a second apart here on what could be a victory lap and a warm-up lap. And wow, they're just about a pass there by Screecher ahead of AK. He's still keeping him in his sights, and in the crash gate we go. What a finish right there. 1 and 2. That is the dream of FPV right there. That chase cam, that was non-stop from when we went green to the crash gate. AK with the win. Screecher 0.2 of a second back in second. They will stay alive in the competition. Infernalistic, we're going to give you a third. That is going to make you 7th overall. And Proximo, congratulations. Top 8 finish in 8th in the number 4 spot here in match number 12. Now that is pending word, and we are getting it. Word is official. Results are official as we will bump AK and Screecher to match number 13. That means they are now back to back. No channel changes for AK and Screecher. No channel changes. You're back to back. We're going to go into a slight old holding pattern. Why not? Just adjusting a few things. And in 2025, that is good news when we go into a holding pattern. Why is it good news? No channel change. Why is it good news? Because that means we get to play it back. That is the exciting part.
When you flop around, can you hit the replay?
Playing it back, instant replay. The AK and Screecher show. Picking them up here on this final lap. Look at the dive gate. AK leading, Screecher right behind him. This is where I thought that pass was going to happen, behind the R&B IT Solutions hurdle. Now AK gapping a little bit. Look at the tight line. Screecher's looking down at AK right there. But they were good, right? They were talking like 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field here on this final lap. Let's see if I can ease it a little bit more forward. Screecher again with another opportunity there. Now we line things up on that start-finish gate. That's a start-finish, but the race officially ends at the crash gate. 0.2 of a second this time around. And look at the math. Bang, bang. 0.2 of a second. Now that time, 0.2 of a second, is actually right here. Look at AK's feed. He's going right under our timer. He goes under the timer. Screecher goes under the timer. That's 0.2 of a second right there. We're not talking much. Earlier tonight, we did a similar crash gate replay on 0.3 of a second. I said 0.3 of a second is the difference of the start finish to the crash gates. 0.2 of a second is about a third of the way from the start finish gates to the crash gate right there. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. You can leave that up for a sec, Doug. You're good. Yeah. Well, I'm filling time here, bud. You're good. Do what? What about now? Here's a look at some of the behind the scenes of the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. There's registration. That's where you get those cool t-shirts, your pilot swag and gear bag. There to the sidelines. Of course, we visit the bar inside the Craftsman Inn and Suites, enjoying some of those Irish drinks here on St. Paddy's Day weekend. There's Borgslayer welcoming everyone on the Friday night outside of the Craftsman Inn and Suites. The whole gang is here. Yes, sir. There's Custom. There's Skittles. There's Jeff, the entire crew. Everyone hanging outside. It kind of looks like a Delta Departures Lounge over there a little bit, huh? Of course, everyone hanging out around the big display monitors in-house. We've learned tonight that's a different ground station that they're looking at. Great prize table, and there's a look at all the smiling faces making those memories at the 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We're about to go green on this next one. We are 30 seconds away from commencing this next one. Semifinal of the consolation bracket. Match number 13. Third and fourth finish up fifth and sixth. Top two advancing to the big show of Elite tonight. You good, Doug? All right. All right, pilots, you know what to do. Bring it. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5.
What's going on? You gotta watch the start of the race, bud. What is he in? One of them's in the start gate, one of them hit the curtain.
We let it play out.
That was AK that was crashed, right?
Well, it's E-Doc and Screecher. Issues there for AK, issues for Screecher as well. This is all E-Doc right now. There's T-Dog catching up to the fields.
Dude, I think I may have missed a lap on T-Dog unless he had issues at the start. Dude, you can't be on your phone during the race. Like, I don't know if I missed a lap there.
T-Dog and E-Doc on the final lap. So it looked like T-Dog had a few issues and has made up some time, and he is on top of E-Doc. E-Doc going to try and get this W and then punch his ticket. T-Dog is going to get across the line first. E-Doc in second. And results are unofficial. AK going to try and finish up strong, but of course that one is going to be under review. We need to take a look at what happened there. I'm not quite sure. Right off the start, we may have had a hole shot on that. So I know we got something going on right now, but we may have to do that one again. We're doing a review.
Doug? Replay. Replay.
Well, we heard some noises and saw some crashing. So the first one to the timing gate is AK, and he is by himself. He hits the right pole going into the timing gate, so he is going to be a ringer-dinger. Screecher through clean. Now we're looking at T-Dog lining things up into that section. Screecher now is in the wall. And I don't know, did we have any contact with Screecher? So AK is in a yaw spin of death. Screecher is kind of on his own. And so it's not AK. He's already crashed into part of the crash gate. It's not T-Doge. He's at the start-finish. And it's not E-Doc. He's already going over that crash gate. No. Hold on. Look at this. What do we see right there? What do you see on Screecher's FPV feed? Do you see a little E-Doc? But here's the question. Did you see him? Was there contact? Now let's look at E-Doc. E-Doc has, see that green dot on the right of E-Doc? That is Screecher. That is behind him. It looks like E-Doc does not make contact with Screecher. It looks like Screecher just hit the wall. Look how close E-Doc is to the turning pole.
Absolutely. He's inside, and Screecher's way outside.
It doesn't look like contact. Let's watch it in real time.
Yeah, he's so clean. There's no way there's contact on Doc.
There's no wiggle there from Doc.
Not
right?
even a little bit. And AK was so far ahead of the rest of them that he did that all to himself.
Yeah, AK we know. Oh, now look at T-Doge. T-Doge might have the view of it.
He's on Doc now. Yep, he's right on Doc's ass. Yep.
Is that contact after the whole? There's contact after the whole shot gate.
Right.
So there was potential contact that we pretty much have disqualified E-Doc and Screecher.
Doc.
T-Doge and E-Doc making contact. Remember the whole shot gate on T-Doge there is this top one. That's the whole shot. Once we go through there,
he's behind
all
him.
bets are off.
He's behind him.
And here is the contact after the whole shot gate. No whole shot.
It is official, Joe. It took us a minute, but because there was a lot of contact between 3 different pilots, but I think we have 0 whole shot violations here. It's going to stand.
Oh, you know what? No one told me. They were just looking at a different logo. So that wasn't playing on the stream, the replay? That wasn't playing on the stream, the replay? No, I understand. When I was doing the scrolly? Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, everything's good. Results are official. The win going to T-Dog. E-Doc in second. They are advancing. Now imagine trying to do that on the old Night Owl DVR. No channel changes, T-Dog and E-Doc. No channel changes. It is going to be an elite Chase the Ace. What a throwdown this is going to be. There's going to be a lot of patriotic pride right here. Look at those flags on the screen. It is Canada versus US of A right here. We have the reigning weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion, washed analog boy, aka Neon.
Until tomorrow when he changes his name again.
Third in qualifying this weekend and in our Final Four. You got the Canadians. Pork Chop last year was 6th. This year in qualifying 6, he's now in the final 4, representing those north of the 49th parallel. And a visit back for E-Doc. He was 9th last year. He's 9th in qualifying this weekend, and he has now broken the top 4 of Elite. And your top qualifier on the left-hand side of your screen. From Brighton, Colorado, the dog is in the house. T. Doge.
He's just a
your
big
top
dog.
qualifier.
Trying to eat some kitty cats, Joe.
And as I think on this, I'd be a little scared. Just a little.
Scared?
Remember all those issues we had moments ago with T-Dog?
I did.
He's got
Yeah.
them fixed.
Does he?
Yeah, look, we noticed in that last race, he has his video is better, his timing was better,
He looks pretty clean.
right? Same thing happened yesterday in qualifying.
Absolutely.
Terrible first couple of qualifiers, fix those issues.
Yep.
And I think that next pack, he took over #1 in the TQ leaderboard.
You know what that tells me, Joe?
It's scary time.
Maybe you shouldn't cut everything off your quad.
No.
Some of those things are necessary.
It's Chase the Ace, round #1. We will run this group of 4 elite pilots repeatedly until someone gets 2 wins. Who's going to get those 2 aces? Will it be Canada's E-Doc or Canada's Pork Chop? Will it be USA's T-Dog or USA's Neon, the reigning Northeast Whoop champion of elite class? Is anyone's game, and the great thing is we're going to run them repeatedly again and again. 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5, maybe more to decide our podium. Pilots are set to fly. Round #1. Let's go to the skies. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Up and at 'em we go. Yes, sir. 8th and 9th in qualifying, and now you're down to the top 4, so you're seeing up limits. You're seeing some defense as well. The Americans were 1st and 3rd in qualifying. The Canadians were 6th and 9th in qualifying, part of the journey to get here. And right now, it's E-Doc with the lead. Now, you got E-Doc, then you got T-Dog, Pork Chop FPV, Washed, Analog Boy on this one. And I'm going to say, let's make it a great race. Let's try and get the win. Not sure if this one's going to count, but let's pretend it does right now, just to get some data, something to look at, something to cheer for. As we have 2 laps to go, it's still E-Doc, T-Dog, your top 2. Pork Chop and Washed Analog Boy are about 4 seconds away from that transfer position, or the top 2 is we're here, no transfer, looking for aces. Aces is what it is going to take. And it's going to be T-Dog, your first one through. E-Doc, 9/10 of a second, a little bit more. E-Doc is a lap back. Okay. That's going to move Pork Chop, I believe, up. So you're like, so everyone's like, why is the scoring all messed up? Remember I was saying a couple minutes ago? I made it more sensitive for this group. I made it more sensitive for this group. We do have a possible hole shot to take a look at, yes, and I have to verify the finish as the lap times do not match on the scoring system with how it finished, because you know what I did? I made it more sensitive, Dougie. Results are under review as we get sent to bring you our replay on the fly. Here we go. Question is, was there a hole shot? I think it was Washed Analog Boy who was crashed. So far, so good. Pork chop. Pork chop and E-Doc.
Yep, pork chop gets hit, E-Doc gets hit at the exact same time. That's impossible if it wasn't together.
Oh, yeah. One more time, pork chop and E-Doc.
So what we're seeing is pork chop and E-Doc getting simultaneously whacked against each other, right? This is an F equals MA, or an equal and opposite reaction, right? Rule here as far as physics is concerned, Joe.
This is how fast it happened. Ready for real time?
Let's see real time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That to me
You wanna
is
watch it in real time?
Yeah, let's get a real time shot again, ladies and gentlemen. How can you catch it? That's a whole shot rule.
Who is crashing a shit ton? So E-Doc, I got a bunch of misreads on.
So we are going to rerun that one. So I had a bunch of misreads on E-Doc. I had additional reads. So because it's the last group, I am now, what channel was he on? I'm now going to make his less sensitive. I can't believe I'm doing this. E-Doc is race band 8. Let's make it less sensitive. Let's go back to 35. All right. Safe. Oh my gosh.
Joe, all I want for Christmas is an ace right now.
Well, I want 2 of them.
I'll take 2, but let's start with 1, shall we?
All right. Put the coffee on. This one may go a while.
I'm ready to go all night if we need to. I mean, you know, the way our DVR has been, going this far, at the end of the day, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, I think I got enough hard drive space.
Have we run out of hard drive yet?
No.
No?
Don't jinx us. Jesus, Chase. Dude, we were literally going to Walmart for fans to keep everything working here, and you're like, how's your hard drive space?
How's your hard drive space? We've used 3 terabytes in one event.
Nice. Hey, if you're loving our DVR replays that you've seen on the weBLEED FPV channel, the Multi-GP YouTube channel, if you're enjoying the level of production we're bringing you with all those behind-the-scenes cameras, the race views, the leaderboards, the headshots, if you like it, come on, give us a like, thumbs up. I want to see it in the chat. That 5-hour energy hasn't kicked in yet. Let's see that love if you're enjoying what you're seeing here tonight. Pork Chop FPV, Washed Analog Boy, T-Dog, E-Doc. This is Chase the Ace, round number 1. First ace, who's going to get it? Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Rough start there for Pork Chop. Was kind of hoping when he fell off the launch stands that he could stay on the launch stands and call an E-Doc roll against E-Doc in the heat, but he's now running from behind, and we're chasing T-Dog. Don't forget E-Doc. E-Doc is right now running second, 1.4 seconds back. Washed Analog Boy, our reigning champ, is less than 2 seconds away from our leader, our top qualifier, T-Dog. T-Dog now onto lap number 3. 2 down, 3 to go. Washed Analog Boy and E-Doc are on top of each other. Even Pork Chop is within striking distance as well, getting something going on. Keeping up with that pace after that rough start. 3 down, 2 to go for T-Dog. He had a 3-second lead. He's now moved it to a 5-second lead as Washed Analog Boy and E-Doc are on top of each other in a battle for second. We just lost Pork Chop FPV, but watch that battle for second. Washed Analog Boy trying to hold off E-Doc. They're on the final lap right now. Everyone, the last 3, your top 3 on the final lap. They're separated by about 2.4 seconds as T-Dog rings the bell and gets that first ace here tonight. Your top qualifier gets the first ace in our Chase the Ace battle. Our reigning champ of the elite class, Washed Analog Boy, pulling up second. E-Doc third here in this first race. First ace chase, and 4th for Pork Chop. That may need a confirmation. It's not going to need a confirmation. No. Yeah. Now, I'm a huge fan of the lap RF and the live time scoring, and don't really like to brag on the other ones, but some of those other systems, especially that rotor hazard, the track side, when you have pilots that are just putting out terrible video, not moving the needle, you can actually tell the system that, and it'll adjust the timer just for that pilot. Would be nice. Now, there is a reason why we, at least I, prefer not having adjustments on the fly, and that is because you want a level playing field. You want to know if someone is too hot.
Absolutely.
You want to know if someone's not putting out enough, because that also affects video. It could affect the other pilots. It could affect our judging apparatus.
Absolutely.
So I'd rather know that this person is low.
I would as well, Joe. You know, sometimes you confuse, you know, more convenient data with less data or more data, right? But at the end of the day, I'll take more data.
Right. So that's why I like it. But again, and I've talked to our partners, and it could be a reality soon. I love, now, the rotor hazard has been a community effort.
Absolutely.
I love that you can go through the timeline and see the little blip.
Yep.
And go like, that would have been a lap.
Yep.
So I love that
Yep.
feature of it.
Little RSSI blip. And if they could put it in a little graph formula for me, right? Like a little peak
That's what they do.
and valley. Yeah, that's
and
what's
then
up.
what you do is you just click on it and make it a lap.
How easy is that to see?
It's very easy. They do it so fast. So there are some benefits there, and it's just, you know, drone racing is only 10 years old.
Agreed.
That's all.
All right, so far we've had an amazing finals here.
Yeah.
So we
It's had amazing tight finishes.
Yep.
It has had drama.
Needs to have the drama, honestly. That's what adds the flavor.
And we may be done, or we may not be done.
Let's see what Doge can bring.
It's going to be Chase the Ace round number 2. Here is the deal. If T. Doge, your top qualifier and your winner of the first round, wins this heat, he is your champion.
And he's earned it.
That's right. It's on Washed Analog Boy, our reigning champ, who is second, E-Doc, who is third, and Porkchop, who is fourth in the first round, to get a win and push it to a third round of Chase the Ace. That's to get the win. 2 wins, 2 aces is what we are looking for to crown our elite champion. Second, third, and fourth based on finish points, and of course that will come down to maybe a race-off if there's a tie. That's in the future. Let's see what happens. Our 4 pilots in our flight deck getting ready to fly. Let's go green on this thing. T-Dog is your ace to chase. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Underway, all eyes on that elevated gate, and thumbs up all around. T-Doge is not in the lead, guys. Porkchop is holding him off there just by a hair. And you also got E-Dog and Washed Analog Boy giving chase as well. And now you got a Washed Analog Boy, the reigning champ, sliding by into the number 1 spot. Washed Analog Boy, T-Dog, Porkchop, E-Dog, your running order here. And now we put T-Dog back into the lead. But look how close the rest of the field is. 4 seconds back. There's Neon, there's Porkchop, there's E-Dog, and we are running hot as T-Dog now, working on lap number 4. Porkchop is 3 seconds back. Washed Analog Boy is 5 seconds away from the leader. They need to catch T-Dog to shut this thing down and push it to another round as a white flag flies for T-Dog. He is on his final lap. Porkchop 4 seconds back, and Washed Analog Boy is about 5.8 seconds back as we go over the hurdle through there to the checker gate and the crash gate. T-Dog has got your win. 2 aces to be your elite, unofficial elite champion of the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. And of course, results are unofficial. Results are unofficial. It is going to be under review. It is under review. We have a lot to review. Let's review it all together. Wouldn't that be fun? Would it be great?
I think it's a lot of fun. So does our production manager, the wizard, behind the curtain, Dougie Kling.
I need to hit some buttons here. Simmer down. It's all good. It's all good. What is going on here? What is going on here? Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we get things set up to take a look. We have several different layers of reviews here. That's how complex this has become. So we're going to take a look at them in descending order of importance.
So first thing we want to do is look at T-Dog's crash gate, top
Yes, sir.
right-hand side.
Yes, sir. I see net. And then when he comes back around, he's outside of it.
So he's bounced out of the net. Can we say with full confidence? Remember I talked about, hey man, if your video isn't good, I can't help you.
Absolutely.
Rolling video here.
It looks like he's going low. Yeah, he's going low. He hits outside, Joe. He hits outside the net. And then when he gets rejected, he's outside the gate. I don't think he ever got in. I don't believe he got in.
Well, what did the other ground station see?
Maybe we should look at it.
Do you want it one more time? It looks like he missed the crash gate. And so behind the scenes, we're going to also watch the stream version, different ground station. As you see, we got this rolling video. The timer also missed this passing right here. See, he's right under the timer, that thing right at the top right, top center there. It doesn't see him. It misses that lap. It doesn't see him, and you see the ground station doesn't see him. And so...
Joe, I don't believe he got in. No, he's rejected. Rejected by the bottom of that gate.
I think if you look at all this stuff, there's no way you bounce backwards.
What do you mean there's no way you bounce backwards? You know how springy that weBLEED gate is?
That's a miss.
I don't think he got in.
So that means pork chop. He's not in, bud.
Do you want to watch it?
We have video.
Watch where he lands. It doesn't matter. You can see the full, like, open small of the net.
Watch it in real time. Look where he lands. He never got in, dude. What's that?
Look, like, what's all this? It's like, yeah, not in there right now? Like, look, this is full net. Yeah, but you can't see the outside.
We don't have another view. We don't have another view.
we're going to take a look at the stream version. We're going to look at the other input here because this one is inconclusive.
I don't think I can go backwards. Can I?
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to make sure we get this right.
If I what? I'm just going to do the, we're going to try this. And then, how do I frame by frame? It's a keystroke. What is it? Right key? Thanks, guys. Is it dot? Is it dot dot? It's dot dot, guy. It's dot.
Is it shift arrow? Oh no, I'm in slow motion. I put it in slow motion. Do you not save this local or something, Dougie? This is a fucking pain in my balls. This might be the round before. This is the round before.
Unless you can obviously say he didn't make it, like.
No, unless I can confirm he went in, it's a D. It won't count. I have to confirm he's in. Do you have a big card reader or is that a micro? The micro? Do you know how? It's Chrome. It's not this lab. It's this next lab. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. Well, now I have it queued. It's dot. It's dot. Period. I thought I did. There it is. Yeah, it's working. Okay, here we go. Frame rate. Yep. Fine. Hold on, keep going, just keep going. Keep going. He's in. He's in. That's it. He's in. He's in. It rejected him. It rejected him, Joe. He's in. Yeah. Yep.
So, we've learned a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Through the course of an event, we need to figure out which is the good ground station and hook that one up to us for the DVR reviews. The stream is more important, so we look like dummies. Everyone's like, dude, like I'm reading comments as we're doing this. They're like, you see the back netting. You see the pink. You see he made it. What
Yep.
are you dummies doing? Well, we don't have that. We're looking at a different ground station.
But we found it, Joe.
We were able to go back, find the keyboard shortcut, and get it to work.
Yep.
And we were able to confirm that he was first.
Yes, he
went in
was.
the gate.
He got in.
So we know who our winner is,
Yes.
but we have more stuff to check out.
Yes,
right?
we do.
All right. T-Dog is your champion. And because of
Let's take a look at points.
Let's just take another look at the finish here momentarily. Did you have other things like gates or something you had to look at?
It depends.
Yeah. Pork chop, that's what I had. Second.
There's pork chop.
Then it should be washed analog boy.
Yep. He's third. That looks clean. And here's E-Doc coming in fourth. Way behind.
All right, so that we know.
How's that play out points-wise, Joe?
No ties.
No ties.
No
Really?
ties.
So let's read it off.
And so after review and a little more review, we can now finally say results are official.
Unequivocally.
Congratulations to your third runner-up, fourth on our podium with a third and a fourth. That is E-Doc. That is a gain of 5 positions from 2024 to 2025. Your second runner-up, third on our podium. A gain of 3 positions from 2024 to 2025, Pork Chop FPV. And twice on our podium here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. A second and a third, Washed Analog Boy Neon FPV. And numerous times in qualifying and in brackets, he fought the law, the technology, and everyone else, and he won.
He literally handed us his own DVR card and said, dispute this.
2 aces to make your top qualifier, your unofficial Ironman champ as well. T-Dog is your elite weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion pilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a robot class finals. Thank you, Joe. So right now we have a 4th place for E-Bach. We got a 3rd place for Pork Chop. We got Neon, a.k.a. Washed Analog Boy in 2nd. And T-Dog, a.k.a. T-Doge, a.k.a. Doge Cat, coming in for the championship position, number 1. We're going to get ready and set up. Yep. Let's get things set up for the podium here in our elite/robot class. What a competition, ladies and gentlemen. These guys killed it all day long. They challenged our race op staff. They challenged each other. And at the end of the day, people are where they belong. Yes, it should go first. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us as we set up the elite class podiums here. You guys just talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Cobra Commander is neither a good leader or a snake. Discuss. We are ready for our elite class podium, ladies and gentlemen. Dance it out as we get this set up here. This is what y'all been waiting for. The best in the world here in Fayetteville, New York today. You guys have been amazing all weekend long. I just want to tell you guys that. It's been a difficult go. We've had a lot of reviews. We've had to work very hard to make sure we put you where you belong. But I feel like you guys have all got there. So first and foremost, without any delay, fourth place, the man, the myth, the legend, the owner of a rule, Ebok, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, our reserve champion for 2025, weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We got Ebok. Listen, y'all, he wanted to clean and jerk me so bad right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ebok. And our third place pilot needs no introduction. Made his way south from the great country of Canada. I'm talking about Pork Chop. Let's go, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Enjoy them terrors. Listen, third place is no slouch here, boys. Pork chop. Let's go. As gay as possible. Pork chop, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys. Our next pilot has been a robot since his beginning. He is the reigning champion who has been dethroned But let's bring it up for Analog Wash Boy, a.k.a. Neon. Let's go. Let's get that medal on him, y'all. Let's get a picture with him in the medal. Feel that weight. He needs the calories. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Neon. Oh, yeah, we got to do it together. We got one more. We got one more. Let's get it. He's definitely the meat to our sandwich right now, guys. Neon, let's go. Give it up. All right, guys. This is what he and you and everybody else has been waiting for 3 events now. The return of the Doge T-Dog. Come on in. Let's get his medal on him, y'all. Let's get that weight. Let him feel the weight on his neck. Oh, that feels like a champion. Woo! One more, Jeff. One more, Jeff. Finally. Total Doge move right there. Woo! T-Dog, y'all. 2025. weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion. Let's go. You guys have been amazing all weekend long. I want everybody to come out. Let's get some drinks. Let's have some fun. What an event, y'all. Thank you so much. God bless and good nights. We totally still need a podium photo. Yes, ma'am.
Well, an exciting time. That concludes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, last call for the bar. If you want a drink, do it now.
Here at the Craftsman Inn.
Guys, 1 through 4, please. Let's bring them up. Let's bring up our champions. Let's get them together.
All right, that's going to conclude our 2025 weBLEED Northeast Web Championship. Craftsman Inn and Suites here in Fayetteville, New York. It has been an exciting time, 2 days of fun. And congratulations to all those hitting the podiums in our elite, our sport, our pro, and hobbyist divisions as well. Thanks to the great sponsors bringing us this event. Of course, Emacs USA, R&B IT Solutions, Happy Model, along with Fractal Engineering, Radio Master, GemFan, Hoot FPV, ViFly, T Hobby, and of course our hosts. weBLEED FPV. We fly, we strive, we bleed. FPV.com. On behalf of our entire cast and crew, good buddy Seeker, our race director, our live streamer, Dougie Kling, diver down, doing his thing across the way. Borg Slayer, of course, Jeff of weBLEED FPV. It has been an absolute privilege and pleasure to be with you. We are back here on the Multi-GP YouTube channel, 5 days, 10 hours, 55 minutes from right now. That's at 8 a.m. Eastern next Saturday, 7 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Pacific, and about noon in the UK, and about 11 o'clock next Saturday morning if you're from Australia, with Mayhem number 9, the only team race of its kind, and we're bringing you 12 hours of nonstop drone racing, again in 5 days, 10 hours, 55 minutes from now. Happy St. Paddy's Day to each and every one of you. That concludes our 2025 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Happy St. Paddy's Day, and we'll see you at the next drone race.
I have a dream. best of me. They want the best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me. I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man.